What's up, chat?
Hello, thanks for having me again.
You guys want to know what Eva told me? She told me that co-hosting is like less stressful than going to the grocery store. Do you want to talk about this?
It actually is.
Wow. Well, I was telling her, look, if it ever gets stressful, please let me know. And then she's like, oh no, like I'd rather do this than go to the grocery store. I was like, okay, all right. So what's up, everybody? Let's get a feel in the chat. I want to see how many of you guys know about the Actman Quantum story. I mean, Eva, how well did you feel like you know about it?
I think I've kind of just skimmed over everything. I think I caught a little bit of Augie's stream, but not much. So I don't know the ins and outs of it. I kind of know the gist. Because
this has apparently been going on, actually. Like the saga actually started, I think, around 2 months ago. So it's actually, it's gotten more traction now because the major player involved, the Actman, got his channel demonetized. So now I'm like, whoa, okay, this is major. We should cover it, because when it was suggested to me in Discord, I don't believe that had happened yet. And man, it's just deep and deep and deep. When I was prepping for this stream, I was like, oh my god, so many notes. So I have a lot of stuff we can go through.
Oh, good.
So those of you who have no idea what this whole QuantumTV Actman stuff is, QuantumTV, actually let's read directly from his bio, because I have that loaded up and I think it's very interesting and worth reading, really. Basically, he's like a TV specialist, he says. Master TV calibrator, right? Aside from all this, he's a tech reviewer, but I guess he also reviews video games on the side. And when I was first hearing about this story, I thought that he was like some YouTube giant, just like stomping on people, but he's literally just got 68,000 subscribers. So I'm like, wow. I mean, how did you first get the impression of the story, Eva?
The way that YouTube have reacted to the situation made it seem like he was like a multi-million subscriber person.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Sort of kind of protected him in the way.
I would like to hear him respond to some of the things that are being presented, which we'll see some of them, But I guess he's no longer on Twitter. He got rid of it. He used to be on Twitter. But yeah, basically, this guy made a review of Elden Ring, the video game. Have you ever played this game, Eva? Because I know you play video games.
I haven't played Elden Ring, but I've watched a lot of people play it on Twitch. So I feel like I've played it just by watching it, but I haven't actually played it. Yeah.
How do you feel about the game? Do you think it's... I mean, I can't... Is it fun to watch? I mean...
It's interesting. I liked, I don't know, seeing people fuck up and then start again. So, they get all the way through to some point. And I like the whole premise of it, that you have to literally start again to get all the way through.
Well, that is one of the things he didn't like about the game, and we'll get to that.
Okay.
I mean, he had a review that was like, he thought it was like a 0 out of 10, the worst game, right? Everything about it.
Really?
We'll get into some of that.
Is it because he got mad about it?
But I mean, even someone that like me that doesn't play video games, like obviously I've heard of Elden Ring. I've seen some gameplay as well. I haven't seen a lot, but I've watched some Twitchers too as well. And it's one of those games that literally one of my friends was like, you should play it on Twitch and stuff. Like, it exceeded popularity, I would say. Right, so everyone knows about it. A lot of people disagreed with his review, and we'll watch some of it, like I said. But there's this YouTuber who is like a 16-year-old British kid that did like a review of his review, or I guess like a commentary type video, kind of making fun of him. And he would play clips, and Quantum saw it like on his YouTube ID kind of tab on YouTube. He claimed it, like he filed a claim.
Oh, it's content ID. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because like if someone were to like re-upload parts of your video, if it's like enough, YouTube can like just detect it and it'll just let a person know, and from there someone can just like ignore it or take action. This part's a little bit fuzzy because it already happened like a little bit over two months ago, and I didn't see the exact exchanges, but apparently a misconception here is that he striked him down, but he didn't really do that. He just filed a claim, and then Mischief like took the video down because he's a 16-year-old kid. He was just like, oh whoa, okay, so he didn't get a copyright strike. So he just took the video down because he got threatened, like, okay, well, I guess I'll take down my criticism of you. After that, though, the kid was kind of like sour about it. He's like, wait, I should be allowed to do that, So they had a back and forth. Eventually, it got to the attention of other YouTubers, like the Review Tech USA. The Mischief guy, he had like less than 100,000 subscribers. I think he actually had less subscribers in QuantumTV when this was all going on, to be honest, because from what I saw, QuantumTV kind of like spoke down to him, like, oh, these smaller YouTubers kind of thing, right? But now Mischief has like over 100,000 subscribers, and Quantum's still at 60 something. But anyway, so when Real Tech USA jumped in, then like Quantum started making videos directed towards review tech, and he even called him a pedophile for like what, like it started escalating. You know, I'm obviously not getting into the nitty gritty, like this is me getting a really big overview because there's so many details. But that's when Actman stepped in, and he made like a video about hot takes on the Elden Ring game, and I think he only had like one or two other people besides Quantum. Let's get to the source of it.
Because that's all you're really going to spend most of your time doing. You're going to die because the game has no easy difficulty. The difficulty spikes when you get to certain bosses. It's so unfair that you'll find yourself spending so many hours losing time away from your life. So I would say this game is for somebody who really is looking for a sandbox. They have no family, no friends, no life, and they have literally thousands of hours to grind away.
Something to note for people that might not know, QuantumTV actually tried to take down this video. He filed a copyright claim, and as you guys can see, like this, everything that I played so far, like is very much fair use. Like some of these edits, like is just Quantum's voice, and like, you know, this specific clip is actually from a Twitch stream of Actman, you know, so it's like it's as fair use as you can get, and he like edits his voice as well, and you know, adds colors to Quantum's face, and I'm making it even more fair use myself. Because obviously I'm not going to be playing Actman's things, right? So if Quantum wanted to come and watch this stream and claim me, well, I'm also being extra transformative here because I'm speeding up his voice. And then I'm talking. So that is fair use, right? If you notice, he said that this video game is for people that have no friends or family. What? What do you think about that?
They want to get rid of 1,000 years of their life, 1,000 hours of their life. Oh my God.
Look, everyone's allowed their opinions, but it gets to a point where you're either like deeply unaware of how you're coming off, fam. Come on, like this game has a lot of fans, obviously, right? Or are you intentionally trying to piss people off?
Yeah, I was gonna say he just sounds like that he just got a really hard time with it, and that's how they are bitching about it because he can't win.
Oh, you're saying he's just not good at the game?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. To be honest,
I do think he kind of says some of those things. Let's get to the next part. I mean, yeah, kind of. Let's see.
When you die, you lose everything you collected. Everything. That means you start over. So leveling up is extremely hard because of the nature of the game and its difficulty level. And it's not fun. There's nothing fun about this game for somebody who is new to the franchise.
And that's kind of the crux.
Look, like I said, I'm not much of a video game player, but I've played plenty of games where like you die and you lose everything. That's kind of, it sucks, but
it's a game.
I'm pretty sure this edit was from Actman. It says from the last save. So like you lose everything. Like unless you saved it, which
is the last save point, yeah.
And you know that I feel like that feature kind of got phased out because that was very popular. You know, when you were like growing up on Super Nintendo, N64 and stuff. Like that's how I was used to it. You had to save.
There are random save points around the maps though, so like you'd have to know where they are to save it. And I think how it worked.
So it does sound kind of like he sucked at the game, huh?
He's literally coping. Like he probably didn't know how to save.
And then you look at the graphic style. It's a joke. It is literally a joke. And then you look at the graphic style. It's a joke.
It's amazing. What the hell is he talking about?
It looks sick.
Like, I don't understand like who they made this game for. Where like.
To each their own. Obviously, it's very easy to tell that like these are very like disagreeable opinions, right? Like for me, I'm like, what are you talking about? But I've never played it, so I can imagine people that have played it would be like, what? And he also says that the game is not very interactable, which didn't sit well with people. He ended up doing a follow-up video because he got a lot of backlash and criticism on this video and his comments and everything. So he ended up posting a second video saying like, yo, I'm right, you know, and all that. So one of the things that he says to the people that are not agreeing with him is the following. Listen to this.
I come home from work, I'm trying to unwind, I'm trying to relax. I'm not trying to sit there stressed out on some fucking game, yelling at the screen, trying to hashtag get good. Because that's like this mentality which all you guys have kind of gotten submitted into. You guys literally sound like abuse victims, right?
What?
So he's saying he essentially does like 3 reviews of Elden Ring, and the second one. Yeah, by the way, okay, so after this one, there's the third one. I'm kind of jumping ahead here, but in this second review, he says that this game is garbage. You have to go through a lot of pain, and anybody that just goes through the pain is just like abuse victim.
He should just go back to playing Tetris or something that's easier for him. I don't know.
Where you can actually set level easy, right? Because you can't on this one.
Yeah, exactly.
dissatisfied with the reception of his second video on Elden Ring, QuantumTV made a third video. Now, by the time that he made this third one, he had already filed the copyright claim against Mischief, the 16-year-old YouTuber from England. Actually, like a big chunk of this third review on Elden Ring was dedicated on the whole copyright claim. Let me see. And again, we're using like Actman's video as a reference to this, so just bear that in mind.
If you Google QuantumTV right now, or you look QuantumTV up on YouTube, rather, you'll see a string of attack videos because of, my opinion, of the review that I issued out. In addition to the fact that when approached by what they call commentary, which is essentially gamers of a certain tier level that like to illegally...
Oh, of a certain tier level?
Of a certain tier level?
What does that even mean?
People's videos, re-upload them,
it's throwing
and
some
smack talk
shade.
over them to own their review talking points. They call it fair use.
Fair use can technically be like a gray area, right? Because it's like it can be annoying. Like if it's a company, like they can just own you, right? Like there's been times where I'm just doing a live stream and watching a random clip on YouTube and like, oh, it's owned by a company, and they just take down my stream, or like they'll file it later. It can be annoying, but when it's like from creator to creator, it's just like, what the hell, dude? Like have some sense. When you're using like less than 30-second clips, it's generally like fine. Like it shouldn't be an issue. You know, I haven't seen the original 16-year-old kid's video, but obviously what we just witnessed, every single time I cut, as you guys noticed, it went back to Actman's face, and it definitely was less than 20 seconds around at max, I would say, probably for most clips that he used, and they were very much edited. So like this video, I would definitely say was very much fair use, you know. QuantumTV filed a claim against this. It's interesting because it didn't get accepted. I looked into this because QuantumTV's been making quite a few videos on this, and I mean, you know, I guess it's kind of even field, but QuantumTV's reasoning was that because he took this video down and it's on his Google Drive. It's such a weird excuse, dude. Let me see. It just feels silly to explain. Also, I don't even know how to get to this part, but QuantumTV, okay,
so my video is not from YouTube. It is on my hard drive because I deleted the video off of my channel.
Right, so basically, QuantumTV was talking about how he uploaded his video to copyright.gov, and it takes like up to a year to get his like copyright code so he can send it to YouTube.
Usually, if you don't pay $800, you're not going to get your copyright registration number expedited. I didn't do that because I'm not in litigation and all that crap, so I just let them take their time.
But because like his video is no longer on YouTube, that's why the claim didn't go through. So he's like, you're welcome, Actman.
That is why I don't have my copyright registration number to provide to Google, and that's why your video is still active right now. You're welcome.
I would say that if his video was on YouTube, it probably would have been easier to take down Actman. But like, it just sounds so dumb. And he's so anal about like, this is a fair use video. Like, I believe that.
I'm just thinking about like, because he's taken down people that sort of mentioned him or used his content. If it was in a positive light, do you think it would have the same reaction?
Oh, of course not.
Exactly. So like, what is? Well, I don't understand how he thinks he can. Like he did get away with it.
Well, and that's actually okay. You know, that's a good transition to the next point, which we'll just get right into it. It's him calling the Actman's mom. QuantumTV looked up Actman's docs and called the Actman's mom. Okay.
Oh my God.
He reaches out via Discord, supposedly willing to have a conversation.
They were talking on Discord, chatting, and Actman was like, yo, let's voice chat. And he's like, I want everything in writing. To some degree, I guess if you want everything in writing, okay, I can see that, right? He's not required to talk to you, Actman, unfortunately, right? But when you go the extra mile to find his mother's phone number and call her, no, shut up.
Gross.
Once we try to reach out to him and it goes sideways, I still reach out to him again. Now, I'm trying to find Actman. So what would you do as a human being if you're trying to find somebody who is hiding behind a stage name, the Actman? Well, you're going to look into them.
So something to bear in mind is, like, this is a video from Quantum's channel, and the comments are turned off, right? But the title is, The Actman Threatened to Murder Me. Okay.
What?
QuantumTV has, like, security footage in his own home, right? That's why you can see, like, the date. So he's leaking his own call with Actman's mom. Okay, this is the DMs that I was referring to, by the way, where Actman, as you guys can see, I mean, I don't know if he's watching you on a phone, you probably can't really see, but it's just the DMs where Quantum is sounding like a fucking villain, and it's so cringe. She's like, you won't tell me anything, and you hold no power in the situation. Actman's just like, yo, let's just have a voice conversation. No audience, anything. And then Quantum's like, we're talking now. He's like, let's just do a voice chat. And then Actman even calls. I'm ready when you are. And he's like I said, I want it in writing. Type it out. And Actman's like, you can even record the conversation. But yeah, like I said, this happened before the mother phone call.
How many times did I actively ask his mother to pass me off to him? Because truth be told, I never wanted to talk to her in the first place. The entire reason of the call was reaching out to him, to try to get a hold of him, to try to resolve things, right?
This is so weird.
So he wants to reach out to his mum to talk to him. Meanwhile, he's in his DMs asking him to call him.
Yeah, Actman's like, let's have a voice chat. And he's like, no, let's talk in writing. And then he's like, well, I'm gonna call your mom to talk to you. Oh. But listen, Quantum, I said I was curious to talk to you, but just don't get it twisted. Don't call my mom. What the fuck? Wait, hold on.
How many times did I ask for her to transfer me to him?
I'm calling on behalf of QuantumTV.
I'm calling on behalf of QuantumTV, by the way. Like, he's like speaking of himself in third person.
Oh my god.
Your son has been making a string of really predatory posts about things he doesn't necessarily understand. And I want to try to...
How does he sound like he's a principal at a school?
Yeah, I think that's what he thinks he is or something.
I'm trying to avoid any kind of litigation or lawsuit.
Dude, he's starting off a conversation like, I'm trying to avoid litigation, dude. He's like trying to intimidate his fucking mom, man. That's why.
So, is there any way I can get in contact with him?
You have his Discord. It was the 19th when they talked on Discord. I think that's 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. This is April 23rd.
She asked him how he got that number, and then he would have said public records, you reckon?
Yeah, that's the thing. We obviously can't hear her, but that must have been, that's probably what she said. And then, like, he's saying, well, the issue is, so she probably asked, like, what's the issue? Like, what's going on, right? I believe also, like, I watched Actman's, video, and she had no idea. Like, she's according to Actman, like, she doesn't really keep up with his YouTube channel until this happened. So, like, before this, she didn't know what was going on, right? She's like, what? Why am I getting this call? She has no idea who this person is.
Your son is sending a bunch of people after my business.
Like, that's what's so cringy. Like, sending people to my business, dude. He's talking like it's like a boy from middle school, right?
From the same respect, like making threats of being able to cancel my content and stuff based off of tweets, posts that I'm getting from other people.
It's worth noting, Actman did make a video where he showed some tweets, which we'll go over as well, guys. Because again, if you don't know Actman, like I said, when I was first learning about this, if you don't know Quantum, rather. When I was first learning about this whole saga, I hadn't seen, I had heard that Quantum, maybe it was on the little bit like homophobic side, but when you see and read these comments that he's made, you're like, whoa, you thought this guy had some bad takes on video games. Just wait till you hear his takes on gay people. Fuck.
Yeah.
Just wait.
None of which are true. YouTube will be able to ascertain, but these are now becoming libel claims. And I want to be able to, I guess, talk to him to kind of mediate this out so that we don't have to go to court. Because the
Dude, the way he, right before he played this phone call, he's like, count how many times I asked to speak to him. But, in the actual phone call, he's like, well, I'm trying to make sure this doesn't go to court. Like, bro, you're threatening.
Damages that he's causing are quite substantial. Monetary value.
He wants to get Actman grounded. Did the mom ask what are they saying?
Yeah.
I'm a bigot. I'm a homophobe. I'm committing penalty under perjury. Copyright abuse, as he uses third-party software to download my content off of my channel and then repost it after I delete it.
I think I'm good, because obviously I'm screen sharing, so I'm not downloading I'm not using no third-party application to download his videos. I'm just screen sharing, guys.
Victimless crime, as we know.
Piracy isn't a victimless crime?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't know about that, but Nintendo sure feels that way.
By any means, if he's available to talk, or you're the guardian for him, I'd imagine. I can send over.
You're the guardian for him, bro.
He's not 16 years old. I don't understand why he's going at him from this angle. It's so weird.
For a cease and desist letter from my lawyer. This is the point where
I can send a cease and desist from a lawyer. Now, I didn't see this, and I don't know if you saw Eva, but has he sent a cease and desist? Because I think it's just tough talk, right?
I think it's tough talk. I haven't seen anything so far.
If not, then he's just blowing a lot of smoke, because this is already 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, if you can talk to him, because listen. I'm not devoid of reason. Okay? I understand that we all have families.
27.
We all have opinions about things online, and that can be frustrating. He's under the misassumption that, A, I was trying to sue him to begin with because of this content. I was just looking at options to stop him from taking my content down. That's really all this is about. Like, stop him from taking my content down. That's really all this is about. I did a video game review. He disagreed with it. His friends gave him my content, and they're basically sharing it all over the internet.
So he's mad about that original, review that he was taking down.
Making fun of my face and my image and my brand and lying about my results of my professional work, and it's getting to the point where it's affecting me on a monetary level. It's something that's not necessary.
Mom's talking.
And
that's what he says.
Correct, yes.
Correct.
And this is the number, so you can, of course, call back, and QuantumTV is the contact if need be.
See, he's doing this thing where I think he's trying to represent himself in third person. Like he's trying to be clever.
He's trying to sound like he's the lawyer or something.
And it's a little bit cringe.
Contact if need be. My name, at this point in time, I'm pretty sure he already has that information through copyright claims.
Oh, but he's admitting that it's my name, okay?
With the amount of information that we're giving out.
Okay, I think we're kind of...
My brand, my reputation. Frankly, I really don't want to confirm on a phone call, which may or may not be recorded. I have no idea.
The way he says, like, I don't want to confirm what information, which may or not may be recorded, even though he's the one who's recording it. By the way, this is wrong. This caption is reported. But yeah, he said recorded.
Recorded, yeah.
Like, he's like, I don't know if you're recording me. I have no idea. But, dude, you're recording it.
Who I am or what my intentions are entirely. Well, I mean, if you're comfortable with it, you can give him my phone number, and me and your son can have a conversation. No malice or anything behind this.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh, that proves it. Innocent.
I've actually never talked to him on the phone before. He's just primarily been going after YouTube. Again, I'm go ahead.
What?
Oh, he'll know exactly who I am.
Oh, he'll know exactly who I am.
Oh my god.
Oh, I got it. So this is like a landline? Then why do you need me to write it down?
What? Oh my god. No, it's
This is
being rude to
getting weird,
Mom.
dude. Now I'm starting to feel uncomfortable. Like, what are they talking about? And why? Remove my phone number? It's not a game.
I'm not sitting here to cause trouble for anyone. So the only reason I don't want to give out my name is because, again, your son is causing trouble for me, and that's the whole reason for this call to begin. And I want the trouble to stop and him to go back to making his video game videos, leaving me and my income and my livelihood and what we do in the real world away from what he's trying to drag in with all these claims of homophobia and a string of stuff. You can just go ahead and ask him. Now, again, it's understandable that they think that they...
Okay, so obviously, he's upset that Actman has used examples of calling out Quantum for homophobia. So we can see some of those examples, and maybe Actman is out of line here. Gay marriage needs to be shut down. Give them the rights they seek, but give us back our religious freedom. Marriage is not a gay right. It is a religious practice, joining two faithful people into one flesh under God for the family. Wait, that's a weird ending.
Weird wording.
To one flesh? It's not.
It's definitely a Christian, Catholic, whatever.
Okay, let's look at this one, right? Lucy O'Brien, The Last of Us Part 2, church scene behind the scenes. Now, it's important to bear in mind that this is 2018. I'm not sure who this person is, but his reply says, you have LGBT kissing in church, but we're bigots for rejecting this hateful content. Wait, so this is hateful content? Okay, and then he says, ugh, why weren't you a pulse victim? Whoa, SMH.
Oh,
the world would be
wow.
a better place without you. Hashtag boycott the LGBT of us. Again, I don't play video games, but I remember hearing criticisms about the video game having some gay inclusion or trans. I don't know. But I also don't know about this take, bro. What? Why would you tell somebody they should have been a pulse victim? That's very uncomfortable to even read. I think that's like that's like significantly worse than the other one too. That was actually four years ago though. You know what? People change. It's been 4 years, guys. Let's see this one. This is actually 2022 though.
I just want to thank everyone for sticking with me. It's obvious most of these other reviewers, like Stop the FOMO, Digital Trends, and HD TV Test, are just Satanists in disguise. Every time I've seen one of their videos, you can tell that they are trying to brainwash the masses into their gay, liberal, satanic, atheist agenda. 1 minute someone could be watching Stop the FOMO, and the next minute they can start having anal sex with their dads, doing coke and trying to conjure demons with satanic rituals. Satanic influence isn't a joke. It was obvious already when Stop the FOMO ended up using the Lucifer logo to praise Satan and claimed that he was just testing for blooming.
So what was the part about the anal again?
One minute someone could be watching Stop the FOMO, and the next minute they start having anal sex with their dads, doing coke and trying to punch demons and satanic rituals.
The way he says, I'm just confused about the way that's written. Like 1 minute, it sounds like 1 minute you're watching. I have no idea who Stop the FOMO is. I'm gonna assume that it's a gay reviewer. So I'm assuming he's thinking like 1 minute you're watching this gay reviewer, and the next minute you're having anal with your dad and doing coke.
See, that's not even like that's incest. Like I don't even.
I have so many questions. I mean, what part is the influence of Satan here? I mean, it's tech review. You're reviewing a fucking TV. What is it? Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Every one of these people are going to hell and suffer for eternity. They need an ass kicking from some Christians. Also, all the troll comments from satanic atheists are getting banned. All the satanic gay atheist people accusing me of being a coward for deleting my video. I only had to delete them because of YouTubers' gay agendas instead of people getting upset with me. Why don't they just let me be? Because they are heterophobic and anti-Christian pieces of shit. I don't want to participate in the anal sex the liberal people tell me to.
What?
Remember to stay strong in the faith of Christ who died for our sins. God loves you and love will prosper.
Yo, come on, God. God, if you're real, God, if you're real, bro, just come down real quick and tell him you're not down with this shit, bro. This is a little too much, man. He's using this is the epitome of using the Lord's name in vain. Look, if I remember something from Catholic school and all that shit, it's like, do not use the Lord's name in vain, motherfucker. That's what you just did. This is actually a response after he took down. So this is the reason he took down his review, his Elden Ring review, because of the gay agenda.
Yeah. And they're all satanics that are, having anal sex with their dad.
This feels like a joke. It's a lot to take in. That specific screenshot was in one of the Ackman's videos. So, I'm sure that's one of the references that Quantum is saying to his mom, like, he's saying that I'm homophobic. So as it turns out, that Discord message was indeed a joke. Not real. Fake news, everybody. Which is unfortunate. Not because we want it to be real. I'm glad it's not. It sounded way too much like a troll, like a parody of QuantumTV. But because the Actman, so dedicated in wanting to take down QuantumTV, didn't bother fact-checking and ended up spreading misinformation within his own video, which included other YouTubers also reading the fake Discord message.
QuantumTV is still the same person that believes these things. He still thinks the gays are out to get him and force him to have anal sex.
I don't want to participate in the anal sex the liberal people tell me to.
1 minute someone could be watching Stop the FOMO, and the next minute they start having anal sex with their dads. And on Twitter as well. Anyways, I just wanted to make sure that the record was corrected here. I want to see if he says some wild stuff like this actually on video, because this is wild. I mean, I know he said some crazy things. In fact, I have a clip where Mischief, the YouTuber, just collected a bunch of random things of what he's saying. So, and obviously these are clipped out of context, but what kind of context? Why are you calling him? Why, Oh, okay. And this is a different post. Apparently 2018 was a really wild year for this guy, because all these screenshots are from 2018, but it says, just had some girl named Lindsay Ann attack me via heterophobic messages spamming homosexual acts. This is my response to all who are heterophobic. What, dude? What is this? What?
Easy, and if you aren't one of those players, then you are a scumbag, you filthy casual.
I'm getting hundreds of requests to show proof of voter fraud. Okay, so he's one of those. Huh? Thank you all for showing up in the DMs. I'm looking to befriend each and every one of you. Taking this seriously, hit me up in the DMs. I downloaded a message.
Well, at the end of the day, go kill yourself, man. You had Selena.
Okay, so he tells people to off themselves.
And Kyle, which is Lenny Kravitz's daughter, like a half-breed.
Wow.
Yeah, he called Lenny Kravitz's daughter a half-breed. Kind of whack. Oh, and apparently he also spread COVID misinformation.
YouTuber he can fucking find he's saying I'm violating YouTube's terms of service and he's bullying me. He's playing the fucking victim. It's a game.
I have been banned from YouTube for 2 weeks. So yeah, basically, he's actually already been banned from YouTube. So that's one of the Actman's narratives. Because after QuantumTV filed a claim against him, Actman decided to take the next step and kind of make it his mission to be like, you know what? You shouldn't be on this fucking platform, dude. You were already banned. you're obviously like hateful person. You literally violate so many of YouTube's guidelines. So, you know, he kind of took that so far that somehow in his mission to take down QuantumTV, you know, the million sub YouTuber Actman ended up being demonetized. He lost the battle against the 60 something K YouTuber. Wow.
Doesn't have an identity past being
the gay agenda with the new Spider-Man? What's so gay about Spider-Man, bro? There's nothing
really hard isn't really
dude, what?
a good game.
Okay, so that was kind of like a little compilation of some stuff, but okay, let's move on to my next notes here because there's so much here. Actman ended up posting his video, you know, showing people like the stuff that he showed to YouTube, all the examples of Quantum, of him basically breaking YouTube's TOS and everything and ban evading essentially and all that stuff, and YouTube was like, sorry, this doesn't really mean anything to us. Somehow that video, which it's been re-uploaded, so, you know, call me a risk taker, right? But I guess I'll play a little bit of it.
Oh, look out.
His video got taken down, not by copyright, but for sexuality and nudity. The reason why there's a cucumber in my thumbnail is because, spoiler alert, there was no nudity or sexuality or anything, but he did show this picture. And for this brief moment of showing, this freaking nearly hour-long video was taken down by YouTube. Whether it was by Quantum or not, I think this is a very stupid reason to take someone down, take a video down.
It's just eating a cucumber, man.
Now we have Actman's fans sexually harassing me, doing strange things like putting cucumbers in my mouth.
So that was the entire clip, right? That was the reason why his video was taken down. Yeah.
Wow.
Just today, actually, QuantumTV uploaded this video that I was watching, and if you guys haven't seen, we'll watch a little bit of it too. Before Actman revealed why he was demonetized from YouTube, he had an interview with Philip DeFranco. Quantum uploaded a video today, which is really just a screenshot or some screenshots of like a text message that he received from a friend, right? So check this out. He basically had an epiphany through this text message.
I have been trying to distance myself and walk away from it and ignore it, but it's not going away. The moment I turn my back, I have more knives being thrown in it than I care to fucking admit out loud because it's really stupid and unnecessary. But now I'm coming out as a creator being maliciously targeted by the Actman and his fans and saying that this is happening. This is 100% a thing, and I'm being racially targeted in 2022.
What?
He's taking.
It had nothing to do with race.
He's taking that route. Usually the people that like to shit on a woke crowd and all that stuff, like they always end up kind of falling in that same kind of little thing they criticize, I guess. He showed one person's comment. That's it. And it's not to say that, like, obviously, look, this person says, okay, no, I'm not gonna read it, but it's like, you know, not to say that like he's not getting it. That's not what I'm saying. But like you can also tell that it's like on his review tab. Basically, as YouTubers, like we have like YouTube automates when they can tell something's bad. That's when it's like a check mark. You can like approve it, or otherwise it's not. This doesn't come up on his videos. It'll come up like on the, you know, needs approval. It's not right, and it's gonna happen no matter what, because shitty people are on all sides, whatever, right? But like to say the Actman and his fans, like he's saying the Actman is racially targeting him. Now that's just only
if there
one
is
point.
evidence of this, that'd be good to see. But like, there's literally only this one screenshot of some random person commenter.
He's gonna push the point that kind of, I guess, accuse Actman of pushing a narrative that he was demonetized because of QuantumTV's fault, right? That's what he's basically saying, that you made people believe that it was my fault, kind of thing. So it's like, well, you're making people believe that Actman is pushing racist towards your way, you know, when it's not true. So it's like, I don't know, it's dumb. And also, I gotta correct myself, because at the beginning I said that he's showing like a text message from a friend. I was wrong. He said he got this text message from Anonymous.
I got a text this morning from Anonymous.
Yeah, I'm telling you, everything about this freaking story, just rabbit hole after rabbit hole. But yeah, let's hear what he has to say here.
The Actman, on his interview with Phil DeFranco, says that he doesn't think it's a big deal what he said with threatening to dox YouTube employees and families, and says that he was that he was very angry. The same day that he was writing the tweet, he was.
I'll criticize this part, because I think that I was a little bit late to the train, so I can't say that it was misleading, but when I remember seeing it, it was confusing, because I did kind of like start looking into it around when he got demonetized, right? So I remember seeing these tweets when it came up. Yeah, he was basically tweeting stuff like, I want to make clear that I'm not at war with YouTube. I'm deeply frustrated. However, if YouTube believes that my videos have violated the guidelines, then, you know, they can take them down. So he's like, you know, he's like, in a way, he's kind of giving mixed messages because he's kind of harsh. If you watch his videos, he's kind of harsh on YouTube, which it's okay. Like, that's fine. But, you know, he's also being like, they are the man. Like, I gotta, like, it's scary. I can't imagine losing like monetization, you know? And he's like a 1 million subscriber channel. Jeez. And then the next tweet he says, and this is the same night, I don't know if the channel will be mysteriously taken down in the near future, but if it does, it has been an honor making content for you all these years. This is the Act Man signing out, right? So it's like, oh shit, it's getting more cryptic, right? The next morning, he says, my YouTube partner just reached out to me. I think he meant manager, yeah. He informed me that at some point I will be removed from the YouTube partner program and my channel will be completely demonetized. I'm gonna continue working with my partner on this matter. All video plans will be put on hold. If you wish to share your feedback and thoughts on this whole matter, please do so constructive and responsible ways. I hope something good is waiting for me and the YouTube community, etc. Right? Keemstar started acting like, why? It obviously leads people to these conclusions. At this point, I think QuantumTV has blackmail on YouTube, right? Like, you gotta admit, like, the obvious thing people think about is to blame QuantumTV. So I do kind of see that point, to be honest. Like, I do kind of see that point in Quantum, because he didn't really clarify. Like, this is like a whole day. This is the whole day morning, and, you know, internet drama happens so fast. And it wasn't until the next day, or no, later in that day, he said the channel is officially demonetized, right? So like, he said this was gonna happen, and then boom, it happened. And it wasn't until the next day that YouTube replied. But let me play you guys this clip from this interview with Philip DeFranco, because, you know, Philip DeFranco wanted to help out, so he got in touch with some YouTube contacts, because Philip was also confused, like, wait, why did he get demonetized? Because there was like no answer, right? So let's see what he says.
I wanted you to kind of be the first person to hear it, and then we're gonna go through your reaction and response.
So Philip DeFranco here is reading it to Actman as if Actman doesn't know why he was banned.
So according to YouTube, we're talking about two separate situations here. It's not apparently connected.
Okay.
One, they said, yes, the video was removed for unwanted sexualization. They wouldn't confirm to me if this was it literally just in reference to that cucumber picture, which apparently has become a massive part of it, but they did confirm it was for unwanted sexualization. So it doesntion seem like that maybe there was nudity or anything like that, because it was like, that's a YouTube system thing. But wow. So you have that. And then they said that the suspension of monetization is actually not connected to your videos. What they said is that it is connected to a tweet of yours that has since been deleted, where you threaten to dox and harass the families of YouTube employees and creator families. And this might be a paraphrasing. It might be, we're trying to currently find apparently the tweet in question.
I could send it to you.
But I think the tweet, okay, so is it accurate? I'm going to make a new series of videos, and I'll be doxing and harassing the families of YouTube employees.
It sounds so bad when he's like, Philip DeFranco's reading this out. He's like, wait, so you were actually demonetized because you threatened the YouTube employees?
And content creators, and I believe it was posted June 6th. They can confirm that they communicated the reason for your monetization being suspended. As far as the suspension, they referred to it as indefinite, so it could be 30 days or it could be forever. And now I give you the floor, because I literally got this 5 minutes ago.
Well, first off, I want to say thanks for having me on. It's great respect from YouTube to start this new series, doxing people. A lot of family fun involved. That was part of a satirical series of tweets, where the first one was like a selfie, like, feeling cute, might copyright strike some other content creators. Then I had another one which was like, you know, feeling something. I'm going to use my YouTube channel to promote hate speech because YouTube allows that now. So these were very clearly satirical tweets, and I pushed the boundaries on the third one, I'll fully admit that. But I did take the tweet down, and I don't think it was like a big deal. I don't think anybody thought that was a legitimate threat. Of course, because, you know, it's because my family was doxxed, and they were doxxed like over a month ago, and YouTube took no action against that. And so I'm sitting here like angry and baffled and like filled with all these emotions, and I put out this tweet because I'm kind of just in like a shit kind of mood, and that wasn't responsible of me or right of me, and I want to right that wrong. You know, what's going on at YouTube is
yeah, I mean, it's interesting how Philip DeFranco showed the censored versions, even though he described them verbally. But basically,
the way he said it, though, didn't sound like how it does when you read the actual words. He sounded a lot more malicious when Philip DeFranco read it, and then when you actually read it yourself, you go, "That's obvious sarcasm."
Well, I mean,
like absolutely obvious sarcasm.
So Philip DeFranco, apparently, the way they replied to Philip DeFranco was like, he threatened YouTube employees. Let me see if I can get that part.
It is connected to a tweet of yours that has since been deleted, where you threaten to dox and harass the families of YouTube employees and creator families.
Yeah, see, so like YouTube themselves are saying that like he threatened like YouTube families. So like, yeah, that's why it sounds bad, because YouTube themselves are saying he threatened us. So like, you know, that's why it sounds really bad. And I mean, you know, like without context, I guess it is bad. Like, you know, he's like, if you don't know who this guy is, I guess it looks like, what are you doing, man? Right? He's like, I'm excited to announce that a new series, but like, obviously, you know, like he's just mocking the fact that he got doxxed and like, well, did he get doxxed or did he just get harassed?
Well, Quantum got his mum's phone number, but didn't he also get his brother's?
No, okay. So what he did was he actually said, it's actually really easy to find out his information. You just literally Google him, basically. He kind of like instructed people on how to get it yourself, kind of thing. Which is, you know, I don't think that's doxing, but it's like, I don't know, like soft doxing. I don't know. It's sketch. He definitely harasses family members, but so I would say, like, you know, it's obviously YouTube didn't take that seriously, but I mean took that very seriously. But it's weird they would look at that with YouTube's new policy changes that allow doxing and invasion of privacy.
But I did want to confirm, did they communicate that was the reason? Just because I didn't find anything about that public prior to them issuing that statement.
I suppose if it's out now, then I can't say yes, that was communicated to me. I didn't want to say anything about it because I was told that, and I wasn't sure if I should share the reason. Again, because it's kind of like a sensitive topic. Right. We're talking about, you know, doxing people and families getting involved. So I chose not to relay that information to people. I don't know if you're going to, or if YouTube has released that information.
Dude, you know it's not a good thing when Philip DeFranco has a Tucker Carlson reaction. Like, Philip's like really like confused. Like, what is this answer? Like, what do you mean? You didn't tell people? You omitted it on purpose? Whether purposely or not, I do think that kind of like led people along to believe that it was QuantumTV's fault when it was his own tweets. Phil's like, wait, are you saying because he literally thought he was like breaking this news to Act-Man. He's like, wait, am I not supposed to post this or what?
Like, release the reason why the channel was demonetized.
He's like, I guess if you're going to release it, I can release it too.
Sure, yeah, no, that's why I just they confirmed it to me, and then I just kind of wanted to make sure, because it did seem like online, the conversation seems to be specifically about you and this other creator and about like this other video in question, when it does feel like it's the same, but also two different situations, and so I was trying to get clarity there, because I don't know, I feel like we were talking about before, it feels like these narratives form, sometimes inadvertently, sometimes on purpose. So just to be clear, so that we can kind of get past it, you did not publicly mention the reason you were suspended being related to the tweet because of why?
I didn't reveal that because at the time I wasn't sure what information I should be sharing. I've heard other things that I know I shouldn't share, and I didn't want to put my YouTube partner in the crosshairs. If something happened to his job because I leaked something that I wasn't supposed to, I'd be crushed, because there are good people at YouTube, and some of them are fighting for me, and I appreciate that. So,
okay, he didn't want to make the manager that told him that look bad. It's kind of confusing, but I don't know. Look, and I just want to make it clear, I don't blame him for, like, you know, not knowing how to handle this situation. You know, when there's like huge dramatic like dramas and stuff online, like, you fumble the ball. I do personally think this is like an odd fumble. Like, it's odd. It's not like the end of the world. It's not serious by any means, but like, it's a strange fumble in my opinion. And even YouTube is like trying to stomp on him. Not, you know, like YouTube's literally like, yo, we told you. Like, so it's kind of makes it even weirder. Like, he's like, I don't want to like make my YouTube partner manager look bad, but YouTube replied to him on Twitter. He's like, hey, we told you, know why? Like, cause his original tweet was like, yep, now I'm demonetized. And he's like, why are you playing dumb? Like, you know why? Like, you literally threatened to dox the families of YouTube employees and creators. Like, you deleted this. Wait, you know what I mean? That's like, of course, like it was obviously like sarcasm and like, you know, dumb satire, you could say. But like at the same time, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the whole demonetization so strict. I feel like that's way strict. Doesn't really make sense to me. But oh yeah, bringing it back to this, because this is what started it. While I believe it was a slight fumble, I don't really see how it could have led to like a racial targeted harassment towards QuantumTV. You know, like at worst a fumble, but like, dude, you're being racially targeted because of that. What I'm saying the fumble was like that he like omitted it under the guise of like, I don't want to screw over my YouTube partner, and then like the YouTube partner or team YouTube is like, yo, we already told you, don't play dumb, you know. So it's kind of like YouTube is actually like owning the Act-Man. Like, they're being really harsh on him is what I'm saying. Like, you know, like even if he's fumbling, like YouTube doesn't have to be that strict. Like, I don't agree with that.
And there's so much to unpack. It's just like, it seems kind of, I don't know, it's difficult to sort of determine what the outcome can be or will be of this, because it's so weird. It's a weird situation.
There's a lot to go over, guys, but I think we went over the biggest chunks of everything. Even though I think that like it was a little bit of an interesting move of Actman to like omit that the reason why he was, you know, demonetized. I really don't think that was grounds for demonetization, because I do think it was clearly he was joking around. You know, he's obviously like, he said he was frustrated with this situation that wasn't being taken seriously by YouTube. So therefore he's like, oh, well, you know, YouTube just allows everything now.
Right, wasn't there something to do with JStation vouching for Quantum or something like that? Was that something as well?
Yeah, JStation was fully supportive of QuantumTV. I don't know.
Well, there you go. Do you need to say anything else?
You guys remember JStation? Holy shit! Oh my god, I got a screen share again. What the hell? This is what he looks like now. Wait, oh, you did like a string of videos.
Every single commentary channel have the exact same fucking take because they don't give a fuck. They don't
like
share their actual opinion.
Commentaries don't give a fudge, guys.
Because like I said, YouTube has all these fucking things where you can't say your own fucking opinion. So they pick stupid topics like whether Halo, the fucking TV show, is good or not. And they just go with the fuck what people want to hear because they like getting the fucking free money, bro. They hit a little gold mine and it's just free money. At least what I do, bro, I had to fucking plan out a fucking script and stories and get fucking actors and shit. These greaseballs just sit on the computer and don't even share with you their regular opinion. They don't. They just want the fucking easy thing. They want the group, the mass mob to just back everything they say.
I don't know what he's mad about. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, what?
I actually don't understand what he was saying. He was saying words.
I guess he's trying to say everybody has the same opinion, you know. At least he just anti-commentary. It seems like at least he hired actors. It's just dumb. I like how it says this is all I'm speaking on it because it's boring. But here you go, and like we just scroll through like 12 other videos.